The air grows crisp. A chill wind whispers through the trees, rustling leaves like brittle bones. Shadows lengthen, stretching out like grasping claws as the sun dips below the horizon. It is Halloween night, a time for laughter, for costumes, for sweets. But beneath the surface of merriment, a primal fear stirs. For Halloween is more than a holiday. It is a pact, a night of fragile truce with something ancient and hungry that lurks just beyond our sight. The flickering light of jack-o'-lanterns casts an unsettling glow, their carved grins mocking the very notion of safety. Children dressed as ghouls and goblins unwittingly echo a time when such creatures walked the earth. They go door to door, their innocent cries of trick or treat, a distant echo of a desperate plea for protection. We tell ourselves these are just games, harmless fun, but some truths refuse to be buried. Halloween's roots reach deep into our collective past. Entwined with the Celtic festival of Samhain, it marked the end of the harvest, a time when the boundary between the living and the dead thinned to a whisper. It was believed that on this night spirits could cross over, their intentions as unknowable as the veil of darkness that descended upon the land. Fear was a constant companion, a flickering candle in the encroaching darkness. Ancient rituals were performed, bonfires blazed, not only to honor the dead, but to ward off something far more sinister. Whispers of a being of pure shadow, a creature sustained by fear itself, were passed down through generations. These whispers warned of a hunger that could never be satisfied, a malevolence that fed on the terror of mortals. For centuries, the truth of this entity remained hidden, shrouded in superstition and folklore, until now. A recent archaeological discovery has sent shockwaves through the academic world. Deep beneath the earth, hidden for millennia, a series of ancient scrolls have come to light. Covered in cryptic symbols and written in a long-forgotten language, they speak of the true nature of Halloween. These scrolls, painstakingly translated, tell of an entity of unimaginable power and malice. It is a creature born of fear, its very essence woven from the darkest nightmares of humanity. The scrolls detail the creature's insatiable hunger, its ability to sense and feed on terror. They describe how it grows stronger with each tremor of fear, each whispered prayer for protection. These ancient texts reveal the chilling truth. Halloween, with its costumes, its treats, its atmosphere of fear, was never meant to be a celebration. It was a ritual of appeasement, a desperate attempt to hold the creature at bay for another year. Section 4. The Shadow That Feasts. It is difficult to comprehend the true nature of this entity. The scrolls refer to it as the shadow that feasts, a being that exists outside our understanding of reality. It is said to dwell in the spaces between, in the silent darkness that lingers at the edge of our perception. It feeds on our fear, growing stronger with each terrified thought, each startled gasp. Imagine a creature that can smell your fear, taste your terror, a creature that grows more powerful with every heart that pounds in its presence. This is the shadow that feasts, and Halloween is the night it comes closest to our world. The veil between our reality and the abyss it inhabits thins to its most fragile point, allowing this monstrous entity to draw strength from the very fear it inspires. Section 5. Wards against the darkness. The ancient Celts, armed with the knowledge of this terrifying entity, devised ways to protect themselves. They wore costumes, grotesque masks, and animal skins to disguise themselves, to confuse the creature, to make it believe they were not human at all, but something equally monstrous. They left offerings of food and drink, a meager attempt to sate its endless hunger. These traditions, passed down through generations, have evolved into the Halloween we know today. But the core purpose remains the same: to appease the shadow that feasts, to keep it at bay for another year. The costumes, the treats, the very act of acknowledging the darkness, these are not acts of celebration, but acts of survival. We dress our children as monsters to remind the true monster that it is not welcome here. We offer sweets as a distraction, a fleeting hope that it will be satisfied and leave us be. Section 6. A Legacy of Fear. As the years pass and Halloween becomes increasingly commercialized, it's easy to forget the chilling truth at its core. But the ancient scrolls serve as a stark reminder. The shadow that feasts is real, and it hungers still. Each flickering jack-o'-lantern, each spooky costume, each whispered ghost story serves to feed its power. We believe we are in control, that Halloween is merely a harmless diversion. But what if we are wrong? What if our attempts to appease, to entertain, to distract are only making the creature stronger? What happens when the fear we cultivate, the darkness we embrace, tips the balance in its favor? The scrolls offer no answers, only a chilling warning whispered from the depths of time. As the boundaries between worlds blur on this night of shadows and whispers, one question lingers, heavy with dread. What if the monster we should truly fear is not the one we pretend to be? What if the true terror lies within us, waiting to be unleashed? So, as we celebrate this night of shadows and whispers, let us remember the origins of Halloween. Understanding and respecting its roots can help us appreciate the true essence of this ancient tradition.